I don't know, you guys have seen it, that hot pink, love my Plexus energy JPEG that we've seen. If not, I can send it to you guys, but that's the one I put up. I literally, and I'm not exaggerating, had my hand on the delete button. I was thinking, what am I doing? And my friends are going to think I've lost it. I had my hand on the delete button, and right as I was about to push it, thank goodness I didn't, a friend of mine said, I want it. And I was like, what? What? Somebody wants it? And I was like, oh my gosh, Ellen, do you want to know what it is? And she said, no, I don't know what it is. I want extra energy. So just, I want it. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I had like 2 other friends, and I thought, what? Like, I didn't realize how many of my friends felt the same way I had been feeling, which was tired and I wasn't sleeping and yada, yada. You guys all know, because we all have the same thing, same struggles. But anyway, so, you know, there I was. And the 2 weeks of Christmas, I mean, who's going to buy anything the week of Christmas, you know? And then here we were, you know, had a couple sales, not thinking anything I was going to share. Those 2 weeks of December, I ended up getting 3 of my very best friends who, you know, felt like they had to try it with me because, you know, we're the Musketeers and they were going to do it with me. And I had like 2 or 3 customers. Well, I got that paycheck, that financial came out that last day. And I was like, huh? Like, I wasn't even doing anything. I was helping my friends, you know, like, you know, telling my friends about this. And, you know, I felt like they felt sorry for me. And so I was like, and they're going to pay me for this? And I'm in my house in my pajamas with my glass of wine or my tea. And I'm like, wow. So anyway, it kind of got my attention. And I wasn't really thinking I was going to run with it or anything, but I thought, okay, wait, you know, there might be something to this. So I did a 3-way call. And honestly, you guys, I was so scared about that 3-way call. I don't know if you guys felt that way. I literally felt sick before. I thought, they're going to pressure me. They're going to make me sell. Like, I didn't know what to expect. But I have to tell you, I got off that 3-way call and I was like, okay, I'm realizing these women like are real, you know, they're not pushing me. They really do care about how I feel, and they want, you know, to teach me how I can help people feel better too. So I got off that call and I thought, okay, so then, you know, we go on and we're in January and February and I just keep doing my thing. Well, my upline is a very close friend of mine from Auburn. She's my sorority sister. She signed me. So we are just going through the motions. We're like, oh, this is so fun. We'll just make our little team page. We had like 5 people on our page. Oh, this is so fun. And so we're just happy as clams, just sharing away. And then we go to convention. And we both turned gold, literally, like, you know how that was. Convention was the beginning of June, like the very, very end of May. We turned senior gold. So we were still gold in our heads, really, because we couldn't believe, you know, we were like, oh, we're just happy being gold. And we turned senior gold. We go to convention, totally naive, didn't know what to expect. We're sitting and we got to go to the senior gold meeting with Tamara Holloway. And I don't know if you guys were in, any of you were in that meeting, but I have to tell you, that is when everything changed for us, because we were loving it, but we were looking at the jewels sitting in that section up front. And I don't know if you guys were there and saw that, but I thought, oh, wow, that's really cool. You know, someday that would be kind of fun. Like, what if we got to sit up there? Nah, we probably won't do that. Well, what if we did? And we were just kind of thinking it was like a pipe dream. You know, that would be amazing. Those women, we even went up and had our picture made with Sarah Marble and Sonia Dudley, thinking like the Disney princess. And I will tell you all the true story. Sarah Marble, literally, we were waiting in line to get our picture with her. This girl walked up. Maybe it's one of you guys on here. I don't know. But she had a Disney princess, a little autograph book from Disney. And she looked up at Sarah and she said, can I have your autograph? And I was just dying. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is so much bigger than I thought. So anyway, we go and sit and listen to all the speakers. And then we go to the meeting with Tamara. And I cannot even tell you, we were blown away, because I don't know if you all have ever seen her speak, but she's just simple, to the point. Like, she just spoke to me. And she gets up there and starts talking about her list. And I'm going to be real transparent with you guys and tell you, I did not have a list. And here I was, barely senior gold, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, she's really serious about this. Like, she has a list and she actually did something with it. And I thought, okay, wait a minute. And I started really listening. She got my attention. I started listening to what she said. And I thought, wait, you know, what if we do what they tell us that we should do to help our business? What if we actually did that? You know, they know what works. They're up there. I'm not. They know what works. Okay, so my upline and Allison and I both started taking notes, and we thought, okay, we're going to do that. So we came home, and that was the first thing I did. I was so excited. I started making it on the airplane home. And I thought, okay, you know, you think you know people, and then you start making a list, and you're like, oh, I forgot about that person. I forgot about that person. So I got into my phone contacts, and then when I got home, I went through my email, my Facebook. I literally got up one morning with coffee and sat with my Facebook and started writing names. And I was so surprised at how many people I had not even begun to touch with my list. And I thought, okay, that's why the list is important, because you can't possibly remember everybody. And so I did what she said, and I started making a list. And I have to tell you guys, I used my list. She said, don't put it in your side table. Do not do that. You've got to literally reach out to these people. So you all will laugh. I came up with this note, and I was like, guys, oh my gosh, I have this little tiny note, and all it said was, hey, have you tried the pink drink? And if you haven't, I'd love to send you a sample. Just say the word, let me know. That was all it said, like with a little heart or whatever. The reason I say pink drink is because I feel like if I say pink drink and they answer me, they're like, oh yeah, I've been wanting to try, they know more about Plexus than what I think they do. So if they say, well, what is it? They don't know anything about Plexus. So I know I need to kind of maybe say a little more. Sometimes I don't hear back from people. I bless and release. I don't even think about it. I plant those seeds and I don't look back. That was the biggest thing that helped me, because when I started going through my list, I would sit down and maybe tell myself, okay, I'm going to send notes to 5 people. Whoops. Can y'all see me? Oh, hold on. What just happened? Hold on. Hold on.
We see you. I see you.
Oh, you do? Okay, I can't see you. Hang on. Maybe it's going to, hold on.
I know it's annoying when you can't see us.
There we go. Okay.
There you go.
Okay, so when I send the notes, bless and release, and I don't even look back. I don't think about it, because if I go back and go, oh, I haven't heard from her, that's going to freak me out. So I just keep going. I just plant the seeds and go on. Okay, so then I started doing that, and I started having response. And sometimes it wasn't that day. Sometimes it was a month later. Then it might have been 2 months later. But I've continued to do what they say, and I don't remove names from my list. I only add names. And I found myself, and I don't know if you guys do this, but I would have my phone and I would copy paste that same note, and I would run across a name, and I would go, oh, she's not going to want that. I don't need to send this to her. And then I would make myself go, no, back up. You know what? No one left behind. And that is like my little motto that I say to myself that takes the fear away, because I think if I don't tell that one person because I think they don't want it, you know what? Maybe they need it. Maybe it's going to help them feel better. And I think no one left behind. I will leave it up to them. If they don't want it, that's fine. But if I don't reach out and tell them, then I'm not giving them the gift that I know we have. So that's been a big thing, and it keeps me from being afraid. I just do it, and I don't look back, and I don't think about it. So I just keep going. That was huge. Well, then we went to a training here with Roz Payne, and I don't know if you guys know her. She's under Celeste Quinn. She's like Celeste's best friend. You'll always see them together in pictures. She came and spoke with Ellen Ford, who's another girl who had just turned diamond. They were so cute, and this was a big turning point for me too, because Ross started talking about the 5-3-1, and I know you guys probably know what that is. You reach out to 5 people a day.
Uh-oh. Is it just me? Can you guys hear?
No, it just froze.
Yeah, it's frozen.
Oh no. It was so good. Okay, let's give it a minute. Sorry.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Sure, please do.
When she said about the samples, would we just take like a packet out of our packet and just send it to them? Or is there a way to buy like just the samples, or what? Like, what does she mean?
That's a really good question. So I think I saw you wrote that, so we'll ask her. So let's see. Oh, it moved. Maybe she'll come back. They do have samples where you can send 3-day trials that can get expensive. So maybe she just means 1 or 2. Kind of depends on who it is,
When I've heard people talk about that, they usually take a stick out of their own personal supply, like 1 to 2, something like that, out of their supply and send it.
Okay. Do they worry about the BioCleanse or the Pro Bio 5 or anything like that?
I know when I send samples out, I send out 2 or 3 packs, and I send a catalog, and I send like how to take it. And you do get success from that. Not all the time, but you do get people who want to do it. So.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
See, this is good for me too, because I've usually been the one that's like, well, here's my website, get a 3-day sample. Or again, I'm learning too. So I would always, think if you're going to get a sample, you might as well get a 30-day supply and really give it a fair shot. So anyway.
That's kind of what I feel like. I feel like when I'm talking to people, if I give them my website, it's like pushing them out of where I want them to be. Like, they need to know what's going on, like what the products are, and I don't want them to feel like I'm pressuring them into buying stuff. So that's a good idea then. Okay.
So you'll notice, though, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. Let me see if she messaged me. Okay, she said, power just went out, computer's trying to connect. Bah, it's okay. She wrote, oh my, okay. We are here. If she can't, I'll give her another minute or two, but if she can't, we'll just go on, and then when she comes back in, we'll just, let her finish. But anyway, I've lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, but this was really good for me too. But you'll notice, like, I loved what she said about not worrying about it. Just kind of planting those seeds and just continue, because, like she said, if you'll drive yourself nuts, like, oh, I said, what's happening, But it's almost like a numbers thing. She just went, and I think that's what really, really helped her. She made her list, and I think she made a list of 200. And especially after already sharing for a year or so, because, like, for myself, I made that list. I'm listening to her. I've been doing exactly what she's saying, and I even now I still like, oh well, I don't know. But every challenge that you guys are doing, I'm doing right along with you, and so that's something you never want to stop doing. You always want to do those basics. So, anyway, you all hear the Oh, is it me? The crickets in my house? Is that what you're hearing? I'm sorry. It's funny. We have a leopard gecko, and he eats crickets. I apologize. It's funny. Okay. But while we're waiting, who had 19 points? I saw, was it Sook? Was that you? You guys had 19 points, didn't you? You and your partner.
Yeah, we had 19 too, I believe.
Who's that? I can't see.
Natalie and I'm not sure. Megan, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure.
So did Shannon and I.
Okay, awesome. Well, Natalie, would you share a little bit about how your week went? Because you had a very successful week. You went and turned silver. Natalie, just the light bulb went on for her. This girl's been driven. So,
one of the things that was really cool, talking about the samples, every single person I gave samples to from my own supply has ordered and signed on, like, as an ambassador. Going for, I kind of shied away from, like, telling them about being an ambassador if I didn't really think they would want to, they're not going to want to do this business or whatever. But this last couple of weeks doing the tough love has seriously helped me. It's kind of pushed me way out of my comfort zone, which is good. But being able to that's really how I approach it. Is like, you want to do this because, you'll make money on your own orders. And everybody that so far is just signing up. So it's definitely changed in the way I've approached, the products. More than that, I think just really, just being down to earth with people as far as how they've helped me has been the best thing.
Wow. That's so good. So what do you think changed for you, Natalie? Because you've been with us for a little bit, huh?
Yes, I think the biggest thing was, because I always knew I loved the probiotics and the X Factor and everything. That's really why I did it in the first place, to get my kids on that and everything. I've done a lot of research on the products and a lot of research on, healthy alternatives in food and all of that. But I started, actually, it's because I took Slim for myself. And I had horrible headaches at first. I'm hypoglycemic. I did not realize if you're hypoglycemic, you're supposed to take your Slim with food or after breakfast. And that made a huge difference. And also giving it a full 7 days. I promised myself I would take it every single day for 7 days, and then I would drink the water and just see, how it felt for me. And it made such a huge difference. I think for me, I had to really believe in how much it would help people before I was able to share it that adamantly. I think that's what changed. And the tough love group.
Yeah, good. That's awesome. And who is your partner?
Megan. Let me see. Let me get her last name. We met on the group, so hold on just a minute. Let me see.
Okay. Well, if Natalie's partner, if you're on there and you want to say something, Megan.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I was thinking of somebody else. It's Becca Hall.
Oh, Becca. Oh, where's Becca? She's not on here? Are you on here, Becca? Becca. The reason I put you guys as partners is because Becca is very similar to Natalie. She's been on the team a little bit too and just needed to build her belief a little bit, and now she's just on fire. So, okay. What about Tiffany? Tiffany and Jessica. Jessica, did you watch my videos? Jessica Ward. Are you on here? But Tiffany, if you're on, if you want to maybe share, because she also had a really good week, and yeah, are you on here, Tiffany? I see her, but I see a blank screen, and I know Tiffany is she's in California, so she's a couple hours behind, and she has 2 little cutie pies. So she definitely has she's bath and beds and all that. So, all right. Anyway, who else wants to, if you want to say something or share how your week or how things are going for you, or if you have a question, by all means, pop on. And let me just tell you real quick, Julia, the lady that was with us, her power went out. So that is what happened. She lost electric. So she's trying to maybe get back on. So I told her we'd wait for a little bit, and just if she pops back on, that would be awesome. But I was so sad. She's right in the middle. She has so many great things. I was loving what she was saying, but maybe she'll come back. So in the meantime, it's so funny. I see myself as Jana and Amber, and I see Mike and Stephanie as Amy triplets. What's with that? Okay. Anyway, I just love you guys.
I have something to say.
Yes, please do.
Okay, my partner, she had 17 by herself this week. I kind of wanted to hear from her, like, what she did. Teresa Vivier, I don't know if she's on or not.
Oh, yes. Is Teresa on here? Teresa's been awesome.
I saw a Teresa, but I didn't know that was her.
Yes, that's what I was looking for. Okay, Teresa.
I am on, Amy.
Yay! Will you tell us, Teresa?
Sure.
You've been doing awesome.
Well, yeah, I had a successful week this week. And really, I'm just reaching out to people. I have a list. My list is actually a little bit more than 100. I went through my emails, I went through my Facebook, and I just literally went right down through, put every single person in the same type of approach. I'm going through sending messages to people, calling people, reaching out to people, and not skipping over people. There has been some that I get the same feeling like, oh, I don't really want to reach out to them. I don't think they're going to want this. But to my surprise, some of those people are actually who's responding to me. So it's just talking to a lot of people and just kind of going from there, see what their needs are. I don't know. It was a good week. I'm hoping for another good week.
Yeah, you'll definitely have another good. And Teresa, this is like your first month. So
yeah.
She's brand new. So you guys see, it's so simple. It's so much of it is us getting in the way, letting our fear stop us, letting our prejudging people stop us. You know what to do. You know these products work. You know the company is amazing. And so I know it's been a little bit of a challenging month. I'm not going to lie, but you know what's really impressed me, especially with that Senior Rubies group that I'm in, is, I mean, I haven't really had any bad attitudes, or I don't think I've had anybody quit. We've had our issues, but we've dealt with them. And it's just going to make us stronger, and the company always does right by us. Like, they're already doing that free shipping thing. I think they're going to do something else for something, but, well, I don't know that for sure. But I'm just saying, like, they will take care of us, and I just really appreciate you guys handling your customers with such strong character and handling your ambassadors. And you guys have really stepped up to be leaders. I know it's been challenging, but it will get better. And I can say that because I have such a strong belief in the company. So if you're still kind of new and you're not sure yet, just lean on my belief, lean on her, because I promise you, they always take care of us. And then the products too. Like, that's really what it takes. Belief in what you're doing, believe this products, belief in the company, and then just exactly what Teresa said. It's exactly what Julia said. You just do it. It's 100% up to you. So Teresa, I am amazed by it. That's just so awesome. I think she's going to be sitting in those jewel chairs up there next at convention.
I hope so.
I definitely think so. That's so awesome.
I have a question for her.
Yes, please do.
Teresa, can you give us like a sample of what you were sending out?
Basically, what I'm sending out is I went into the back office and I've picked a couple of the pre-typed ones that I liked. I will say this, some of them I reworded to make it a little more personal because these are people that I know that I'm reaching out to. So I don't want it to seem like a pre-recorded message, but I do stumble for words sometimes because I am so new to the products that what I don't want to happen is I don't want I want to put my own personal touch on everything. So I can't say enough about no, I'm sorry. It's not the back office. It's here we go with me stumbling for words.
Is it the files in the team page, maybe?
No, it's, I paid $10 for it.
Okay, the Plexus Power Tools?
Yes, the power tools.
Okay.
I love the power tools because there's so much information in there and there's so many tools in there
Right.
for Facebook, for even mass mailing. If you wanted to do a mass mailing, sending letters directly to people's houses, they even have samples of that in there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that you can download and use. So I've kind of just went through those and basically used those, reworded them a little bit to make it more personal.
Wow. Yeah, that is so good. I love that too. It's called plexuspowertools.com and it's $10 for the whole year. And there's tons of all the science details, graphics, like she said, script type things. And you know what's really great about that is because, like she said, she's brand new and she's doing it, you know. But the thing is, what I've had to learn is systems duplicate. You know, when you have something that you're doing, that's what's duplicatable. Anybody can do that. But sometimes it's hard to duplicate personalities. So that's really, really good. Awesome. Now I see Julia. Julia, are you back on yet? I don't see her, but she said she's trying to get back on, trying to jump on. So we'll go with that. Okay. Well, we'll just keep going. So, is Tiffany back on yet? Okay, I see her there. She might just be listening. Okay. Well, what questions do you have, or how are we doing?
Amy, I know I've talked a lot.
No, please keep going.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody I know you've probably done some events, but I'm looking to do an event in my town and I'm not sure really how to go about it. I have an ambassador that I signed, my first ambassador that is willing to be part of it. We want to kind of work it together, but I'm not sure how to go about it.
The best thing, that, in my opinion, there's a couple things. In the files of Amy's A-Team, I actually have information on that, exactly how to host an event.
Okay.
There's another lady, her name is Melissa Eichenhorst. In my opinion, she's amazing because, you know, she's someone to follow, and I can send you that information. I think that's in the files as well. And another one, the easiest possible person, and it's also in the files, her name's Molly Orr. And Molly Orr, she literally gives you the power. There is PowerPoint in the files as well. But Molly Orr's, it's just so simple. So she just gives you the PowerPoint and she tells you exactly what to do. And a lot of it is just basically question answering time. But what I did, because I was in your same boat, when I started in Tampa, everybody I knew who did Plexus was in Texas. So for me, I was brand new. I was excited. It was just like that. I just wanted to, you know, do an event. So what I personally did, I went to, this is just not the official way, but this is what I did, and I had a success. I went to YouTube and I wrote Plexus event, and I found Celeste Gwen, and she did an event, and I literally just watched her event. And so I just came up to where she had I just basically followed the PowerPoint. So Melissa Eichenhorst, I will try to post her call. It's like maybe a 20-30 minute call, and she tells you exactly how to do it. So basically, you wanna just pick a date. First thing, easy thing. Once you put it out there, it's too late. Just pick that date, and then a place. You need a place to host it. Sometimes I have mine at restaurants. My house is a little too small, so we don't have it at my house. But right now, my father-in-law is letting us use his church fellowship hall. But a restaurant would work. People might have them at their houses. And then, so you want to pick a place, make a Facebook event, because you can invite everybody there. And during that time, before you have your event, share some testimonies, share some things. And what I did is I went to Facebook and I looked for one, and I basically just saw how they did it. I've done plenty of them. You can check mine out. I could send them to you as well. But yeah, so I just started really promoting it. But the biggest thing that I think helped me, and Amber Sheffield is really, really good at this, is you have to invite people. You have to learn the skill of inviting. So my very first event, what I did is I literally got on the phone, and I don't know if this is the best approach, but I'm so scared nobody's going to show up. So I'd be like, please, will you please come today? And then I had some customers, and I asked people to share testimonies beforehand. They weren't even my ambassador. I was just like, can you please come and just tell people? And I ended up having 16 people come, and 9 of those people ended up joining me. And at that point, I had one ambassador with me, and she ended up going silver because of that. So I don't know did that kind of answer your question? The best thing to do is to tell you where to find it. So if you go to the files in Amy's A-Team, it'll lay everything out perfectly for you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. But I see Julia. Julia's back. I think her electric went out. She'll tell us that. So Julia, if you can unmute yourself, and we are so excited. I had my notes going.
Oh, that's hilarious, you guys. I'm so sorry. We were coming home from dinner tonight. We saw a transformer blow, and I don't know if it had something to do with that. But anyway, I just went black, and sorry. Okay, so if you guys want me to finish up, I will get straight to the point because I know you guys are on a kind of a time crunch. But wanted to just jump back on and just tell you that the meeting we did with Roz Payne in Atlanta was huge because she talked about the 5-3-1, which I know you guys probably know, but reaching out to 5 people every day or every week, whatever you have the time to do, following up with 3, people you already have, and learning one thing or training one new member on your team each day or each week, whatever you can do, your 5-3-1. Andrea Mitchell switches it around a little bit, and she's been doing the business a little longer, so she'll do, 5 follow-ups, 3 new people, and then train one level 1 every week or whatever. You can make that 5-3-1, whatever works for you. But the big thing was just to make sure that you're not, one day doing a bunch of things and then going 5 more days and not doing anything else. Just giving yourself that 15, 20 minutes of consistency each day, each week. And I thought, wow, that's really, that's smart. I'm going to try to do that. So I started doing that after the meeting. And Sarah Marble takes it one step further. On one of her training calls, she talks about, she has a calendar just for Plexus, and she writes down, it's just for the week, just like Plexus, the calendar she has is just for the work she does. So she'll write for that week, like 1-5, 1-3, 1, and like she'll fill out what she's actually doing to work her business that week. So she can look back over the week and go, wow, I really did great then. Oh, look at these days I didn't do anything. It kind of helps you see really what you're doing to work your business and not just busy work on Facebook or things you think you're doing to help your business. What are you really doing that's like income producing, reaching out? I thought that was really great. Your daily method of operation, all of that, coming up with something you do daily. I thought that was wonderful. The biggest thing that was the kind of the game changer for me with that Roz Payne meeting is that she posted a pay scale. And to that point, this was in June. No, this was July. I hadn't really talked much about the money part of the business. And she stood up, and I think this is what she and Celeste probably do. They share the pay scale. And I never did that because I didn't want the business to be about the money and all that. And I didn't want them to think I was just selling them and it was about money. I wanted it to be about the people. But the point she made was they don't realize the blessing we have here with the comp plan and just the financial blessings. And there are people here for health and wellness. But what if $500 a month could change their life and we weren't sharing that with them? What would that do if they understood? So this is so funny, you guys. It was huge for me. I went home, and for the people I hadn't heard back from when I had sent that little short message, hey, have you tried the pink drink? I went back and I literally reached out to them and said, hey, I know, we chatted about Plexus for a second. If it's not for you, that's fine. But do you know of anybody that might be blessed by, $500 extra a month? If so, if you know of anybody, let me know. And I sent them that pay scale. You guys, I had like 3 people. They were like, what about me? Like they don't know what this can do. And so all of a sudden I got excited about the pay scale instead of like hiding it from people, because I thought, oh, we can't talk about the money. Roz is like, no, we can't post it on Facebook, but we can send it in an email. We can put it, in a text message. You can actually verbally talk to somebody about it. You can show it to them in a meeting, but we can't actually post it on Facebook, but we can share it with people. Absolutely. And we should. She's like, that's a huge piece of this business and people don't know. So when I started doing that, it changed everything. And I will tell you, and this may work for you, I started sending that to my wholesale only people, not everyone, but the few people that I thought, oh, I really think they may find that interesting, for whatever reason. I had wholesale people switching over wholesale people sharing from seeing the pay scale. And I thought, okay, because they didn't realize they were doing it for the wholesale pricing, but they didn't realize if they just tell a few people they can get their product for free. First of all, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. They can do it just for free product. But if they start to share, my gosh, they didn't know that. They thought we were over here making $40, for the whole month. They didn't know. So I thought that was huge. The other thing that was really big for me, and Amy knows this part of my story, I had a friend of mine that said, well, are you going to be Emerald, one day, do you think? And I said, oh, maybe, down the road, a couple years from now, whatever, a year from now, that would be really amazing. And, she said, why are you saying so far away? like, why don't you want to do it sooner than that? I'm like, well, yeah, but she said, are you afraid? And I was like, what? No, I'm not afraid. And then I started thinking about what she said, and I thought, maybe I am afraid. And I pondered that for a couple days and really thought, you know what? This is so safe. At the time, I was senior Ruby, and I thought, this is a really great place to be. Like, wow, I was so excited. Like, senior Ruby's amazing. Like, I don't even know how I got here. And, wow, I'm just happy here. And then I thought, it's safe, and it's kind of scary to think about going into that leader position, but why am I going to hold myself back from that? Why not start to work for that? And I think when she said, you should really put it, she had worked with people before, I think, just helping them with business strategy and stuff. Oh, look at that cute little girl. Hi. She said, I would really put a date on that scares you, because you're going to push yourself. And I thought, that's true. And then it was funny. Somebody on our team said, you really should talk about you should really learn more about personal development. And I watched one video from Sarah Marble. And I don't know if you guys watch much of her stuff. I love her. I think she is amazing. And she has been huge for me as far as realizing, it's not about staying in our comfort zone. It's about, pushing ourselves and looking at the strengths we have and the weaknesses we have. And that's when I really started to realize when I would go, every now and then I would go walk in the morning, and I would always listen to music. Well, I decided, why don't I trade that music time out for just learn? That's my time when I go up by myself. I know my phone's not ringing. It's early in the morning. There's nobody here. And I'm just, why not listen to some videos from our upline? Let me just see what happens. Now it's like, I can't wait. I'm thinking, oh, darn, I can't go today. Because I love to spend that time. I come back inside, I'm so fired up, because if you go walk for an hour outside and it's, you're in the element, you're listening to tapes. In an hour, you can listen to 3 or 4 tapes. You are going to learn so much if you do that 2 days a week. Or even if you're doing laundry or in the car, whatever it is in your life, if you can trade out some kind of mindless time for some time for yourself, I didn't realize that was missing in this whole picture, is that, I didn't realize it starts with me, and that if I can work on me and believe more in me and really think about what I want, wow, that could really make a difference. And it has been probably the single biggest change I felt in myself. And now it's sort of my passion, what I want to do to help other women in this business, because I feel if we pour into some time for ourselves, because we're always taking care of everybody else, our kids, our husbands, our friends, our family, everybody. And then we think, oh, we're just going to do the business, but if you pour into yourself and really look at what you're good at and allow yourself to see what you really are good at, and be proud of that, and circle your business around your gifts. And then those things that we don't like to do, that we dread, or we think I'm terrible at that, I can't do that, kind of just spend some time, figuring out why that is and maybe trying to get a little bit more comfortable with those things, that is going to take us all to the next level. Because it's easy to do the things we're good at, but when we avoid the things we're bad at, that holds us back. And so for me, that was huge. So I think the personal development thing is great. And I read a couple books, and I'll just show you guys a couple. Of course, Eric wore a GoPro is great. Love this. People Over Profit. Do you guys have this by Dale Partridge? Love this book. This is really, really good. That's a good one. And then this is really fun. I told Amy about this on our senior Ruby call. The One Thing. I love this book. It's by Gary Keller. This is so awesome, you guys. It simplifies our busy, crazy lives where we try to do everything for everybody and we're trying to, be 100% to 100 different people. That's just not going to work. And they're like, if you try to do too much, you're not going to do anything well. So prioritize. And I thought, okay, that's easier said than done. But if you really make your list of all the things you need to do, but then you kind of funnel that list down to, okay, well, let me get the 25 things to 15 things. And then, okay, out of the 15, what are the 10 most important? Out of those 10, what are the 5? And then he said, from that 5, you're going to find that one thing that is the most important. And if you do that first, it's amazing how you're going to grow and go forward in your business and in your life. Because a lot of times that one thing we need to do is the last thing we don't. And we look 4 days later, we still haven't done that one thing. And so if we try to prioritize and do that, it's very, very helpful. And that was huge for me. Another book I'm reading is The Circle Maker by Batterson. By Mark Batterson. I don't know if you guys are reading this book, but I love it. And one line in this I read I usually try to read a chapter a morning and get up and have some quiet time. And this book really speaks to me. I love it if you guys don't have it. But one line in it is very short, but it just really spoke to me. It says, if you aren't willing to run off the cliff, you'll never fly. And I thought, that says it all. Like, we have to be willing to kind of trust in the company, believe in ourselves, and make that leap to that level that scares us, that place that we think, oh, they can do that, but I don't know if I can. And if we do that and work on ourselves and lean on each other, duplicate our upline, we don't have to make up any of this, you guys. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's all been done. So if we do that, we can. Why can't we be like they are? Tamara Holloway says that this business is not for the few, it's for the plenty. And I really believe that. I think if we believe more in ourselves, we're going to go really, really far. And I told Amy, I put together a list one morning. I don't even know where it came from, but over coffee, it just hit me. I was about to go walk, and I thought, I had some people on my team who were like, I don't know. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. I don't know anybody, and I don't know what to do next. And I thought, okay, what can we do? Just kind of stir that person up and get them excited about something that they feel like is not really working. So I sat down at the computer with my coffee. I don't know why, but I had some notes on different notepads and just quotes I had highlighted in different books. And I just started thinking, like, what has spoken to me? And so I just started typing just little short one-line things. And I thought I'd have 20 or something. And I ended up, y'all, with this crazy list. I've got it right here. It's 200 things, and it's called No More Excuses, How to Grow Your Plexus Business. And for me, it was, those things when somebody on your team is stuck or you're stuck and you think, I don't know what to do. I'm just stuck. I'm not going anywhere. People are quitting. I don't know what to do. I feel like, and I'll send you guys a copy of this. If you go through this list, because a lot of it you've already done, and just highlight kind of some of the things that you've done or some things that speak to you. If you go through it, 7 pages, and you don't have to do everything in, a month, it could be over an amount of time. But if you do everything on these 7 pages, there is no way you are not going to be successful in this business, because this is all the stuff from our upline. This is all the little things, the 3, 2, 1, the personal development, the get your business from. It can be the most simple thing, but if we can't leave anything on the table. If we really want to do this, we've got to do it, and not just say we're working the business, but make the decision that you have goals and places you want to go, and really put it to work. Like, put the things that our upline tells us to do, like, to work, and don't just think about it, but actually, like, do it. You don't have to do everything, but pick those few things that speak to you. And I really feel like if we do that, that it's going to be amazing for us. And another thing I would tell you guys is that I don't know where you guys on your team are on your journey. Some may be brand new, some may have larger teams. But I know when I started to get a team, I quit working my own business because I was really focused on leading. And it was really big to me because it was a call I listened to, and she just said, you can never stop working your own business. And we have to duplicate to our teams what we want them to do. And so Amy knows this, but I didn't know I was going to go Emerald that month, but I made the decision that if I had a chance at all to do it, I was going to do it. I was going to prove to myself that I was going to help my team, but I was also going to work myself because I don't know why, but I had a goal, and I said, I want to see if I can make the leaderboard this week because I want to know that it wasn't just my team that did it. I wanted to work my business too. So I literally got my list, and I literally said, this month I'm going to reach out to all of these people. These are some of my rock stars that I've not really pushed. And I thought, I'm going to see what can happen. And it's crazy, you guys. If we write it down, that's another book I'm reading too. If I can find it, I'll show you. It's called Write It Down, Make It Happen. If you have goals, and for the month of November, this is a perfect time to do it. Write them down and say, I'm going to do this month. Either it's your level of PV, how many people you want to assign, what your next promotion is. Write it down, because when we write it down, we're believing it, we're seeing it. And that's why that's saying, when you see it is to believe it. If we see it written down, we will believe it. And I think if we do that, we've got the goal, we've thought about it. How can we move forward if we don't know what our goals are? If we don't know what we want and we don't know where we're going, how are we ever going to get there? So I wrote down a list of people, and I said, I'm going to sign 10 people this month. Or I was thinking maybe 12 even, but I was like, okay, 10, I'm definitely going to do 10. And I did. And I think it's because, all the other months I wouldn't sign anybody because I was leaving the team. And I thought, why can't I work my business and help my team? And so that's a big thing. Never stop working your own business, and just keep the balance with that. And I don't know, it was just huge. So I would just say, if you guys can make any time at all to listen to any of those training videos, that's probably the biggest thing I've done for myself, is the Sarah Marble, the Sonia Dudleys, the Tamara Holloways. I listened to an amazing call the other day with Andrea Mitchell. And it was just wonderful. I can find the link if you guys want it. It was like a 20-minute call, and you can just listen in it when you're in the car. But if we can all share those calls and those videos that speak to us. If I watch one I really love, while I'm walking, I'm like practically tripping over the curb. I'm like posting it on our team page because I'm so excited, because I'm like, oh my gosh, this one line, it just, it speaks to you. And I think it's those little pieces. And if we put those little pieces all together, it makes this puzzle that's like unbelievable. So it's not anything I came up with on my own, but I think if we all share these little tidbits that help us, there's no stopping any of us. And this company is so amazing. What they have for us, I tell my team all the time, I'm like, you guys, we have the red carpet. We just have to step on it. We have to walk down it. We have this silver platter with a big old box with a big bow. But if you don't open it, you're not going to know what's inside. And we have to be strong enough and believe in ourselves enough to think we deserve that present. And I think that's half of it. If you believe in yourself and you know that, you know what, it's okay for me to be successful. I can do this. Why not me too? You can totally do this. This is for everybody, not just a few of us. And we're just getting started. I don't think any of us have any idea how big this is really going to be, because we are truly at the beginning stages of this company. And it's just unbelievable. So if there's anything I can do to help you guys, I know we all learn from each other. I love hearing what other teams do too. If you guys have any questions for me or have any suggestions, I'm open for it. We're all here together to help each other. And I just thank you so much for letting me come and share. And I love meeting other Plexus friends. So thank you for having me.
Wow, Julia, thank you so much. I don't know if I've even told you this, but I'm going to share something real quick. When I heard you speak last time, there were so many little aha moments, but one thing is I made my goal to turn Emerald in November. I set that goal in like June. Mm-hmm. And, it seemed attainable, and I kind of planned it out, but then I think in the beginning of October, with the switch over with the back office and everything, I know it sounds so crazy, but I almost used it as an excuse. Like, mm-hmm. Well, I even told my upline, I'm going to say February. Let's do February because, things have been hard or different and whatever. So, but the truth is, I'm scared. Like it's a scary thing, and I thought, well, what if it doesn't really happen? What if, all those doubts come in your mind. So after listening to you, I literally messaged my upline and I was like, you know what? I'm going to be Emerald in November, and I'm going to give it everything I have. I'm going to, just like you said, because having a bigger team, you forget to keep working your business as well. So this challenge group that we're doing is amazing. These people on this call, I can't, like, they're incredible. I learned so much from them, and I'm doing all the challenges right along too, and making my list too, and doing all that. So you really inspired me, and I'm just so thankful that you took time to show us. And there was one question someone posted before. They wanted to know, when you send out a sample, what did you send out? Was it just one of your own batch, or did you send out 3-day trials? What were you sending?
I personally have just been giving out a 3-day, and I put it in like a cute little bag. Let me see. You know what? I think I have one right here. It's like, oh, it's not anything. It's just a little, I just did a little 3-day sample like this with my business card and a little bag with a little bow. That's what I did. I got these at Target with, cheap ribbon, my cards, and 3-day sample. And that's typically what I send out to people. And I know a lot of people put instructions on how to take the pink drink in with their sample. I personally don't do that, only because I like the connection. I like to be able to check in and say, did you get your sample? This is how you take it. Are you drinking your water? I send them the water chart, because I feel like that's where the relationship starts. And I don't want to just send it on the mail and just leave them in hopes that they're doing it. I think it gives us an excuse to connect, and, to be able to see, if they have any questions for us. I mean, it's amazing what comes out in the reaching out. A lot of times that's where the relationship starts. And that's worked for me. Everybody's different, and you have to do what works for you. But personally for me, I liked reaching out and having that connection after they receive it.
So you sent me already your list of 200 no excuse Plexus things. So would you mind if I put that on my team, on the challenge group, in the files for them?
No, of course.
Okay.
We've got a challenge going on right now, and I will tell you guys, we used the 5-3-1 this week. This is kind of fun, and I'm doing it too. I haven't finished mine, so I can't tell you how it's gone yet. But we took the 5-3-1, and this might be fun for you guys to do. We said, okay, we're going to figure out what are our top 5 fears. What are the 3 things we're the most proud of that we've done, or of ourselves? And this is not your family, your kids. I mean, this is you. It's really hard to think about it. And then what's the one thing you would change? So your 5 biggest fears, the 3 things you're the most proud of, and the one thing you'd like to change. And we're really pondering this, and then we're doing a 3-way call with, just pick 2 people in the whole group, just whoever you feel connected to. And we're sharing our 5-3-1, and it's big stuff, guys. I mean, there may be tears, but to us, the road to Emerald starts with you. And it's like, if we get past those things we're afraid of now, I mean, hey, there's nothing but up from there. So it starts with us. I think it's huge.
That's awesome. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. All right. Well, thank you, Julia. I really, really appreciate you. And I guess it's about 10 o'clock, so I'll probably let everybody go. And I don't mind staying on a couple minutes. I'll stay on right till 10 if anybody has questions. But of course, Julia, I know it's late probably for you, so if you need to go.
I'll hop off and let you guys finish your meeting. But if anybody needs me, bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye, guys. Good luck to you guys. Can't wait to see you all in Maui. Or Kona. Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Thank you. Okay, so again, I'll stay on for 5 minutes, answer questions. We kind of already went over our weeks, heard from our people from the week, which was awesome. Thank you. And so, all right, what'd you think? What'd you learn? Any aha moments? Any questions?
Whenever I put my mute off, I start to get nervous. Sorry. What did she say about sharing 5 fears and then 3 something? And I missed that part.
I think one thing that was cool, I didn't notice, I always thought 5-3-1 was set in stone. I thought it meant that's what you had to do, but what she was saying is you can change it around. So,
okay.
So for them, for their team page, this is a really cool idea. Oh, she needs to be in bed, but I think Daddy might have fallen asleep. Okay. Anyway, she said share 5 fears, 3 things that you are proud of that Not like I'm proud of my kids, but like you, what are you proud of about yourself? And then one thing if you could change, I think is what she said. And then she said to get on a 3-way call with someone in the group, which that's a really cool. You like that idea? I love that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Hey, Amy, what is the water chart she's talking about sending?
That is just basically you need to drink half your body weight in ounces of water.
Is that like a graphic somewhere?
Yeah, I'll find one for you. I know I've shared it in my what I would do, honestly, this is how I do everything. Well, I don't mind sharing this too on my page, but if you go to the Facebook search bar, you could literally write Plexus water chart, and I guarantee you'll see a graphic. Or Google Images even, but you can even go to Amy's A Team and use the search button there and just search water chart, and I'm sure you'll see that there as well.
Well, I've been telling people that, about their water, but I didn't know that it'd be kind of cool to be able to send them something just to remind them.
Yeah, there's probably tons of them. I don't know if there's like a specific one, but yeah, there's so many. It's just basically showing how much water you need to be drinking. I'm doing it right now to see if anything pops up. Oh yeah.
And do you feel that people need, like only 3 days is it kind of like enough for them to feel like they want to go ahead and order with the pink drink and stuff? Because I mean, my experience was the first 3 days, I didn't feel great because it took a little while to the die-off symptoms. It took a little while to feel better. So,
you know what?
You recommend the 3 or the 7-day trial? I guess.
Honestly, whether it's 3 or 7, there's a letter, and again, it's in my files on my team page, and it says what to expect with a 3 or 7. Many people are not, and like I have gotten some people from samples, but sometimes it has the opposite effects because they don't have a good experience. But if you let them know beforehand, like you're not expected to lose weight, you're basically trying this to make sure that you are not allergic to anything and to make sure you can fit it into your schedule. That's like the point of it. Many times people do have a good experience, but if they don't, I just usually let them know, okay, yeah, you needed more time. So that's just my opinion. And Natalie, this is a side note, but when we were in college, you were good friends with Leanne Sampson, right? Are you still friends? She actually, if I were you, I would reach out to her because she was very excited to try it. I don't know if anyone else already reached out to her, forgive me. Let Natalie know. But she was excited, and she reached out to me, and I did send her a sample, or she won one of my contests. She was one I didn't have any clue she was watching me, but she won a contest. But she did not have a good experience with the pink drink. Not a bad one. She just didn't notice anything. So if you message her, because I know you guys were such great friends,
okay,
maybe share your story. She didn't want to hear from me. I didn't know her that well, so it's coming from you, and someone she really trusts, that might be helpful.
Well, I'm sure
someone else already reached out to her. I don't know. We all come from it, but
okay.
I just ask her. Yeah. So, all right. I am really proud of you guys for I'm so excited. I'm so motivated right now. I can't wait. I'm going to go through my list again. Something I've been doing, I have my, just so you see real quick, on Sunday nights, like as soon as we get off this call, I'm going to pop on another call, but I've been, or is that called Monday? Anyway.
It's Monday.
It's tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. This is my planner. I literally have been writing out my 531. Oh, what's that?
Sorry.
So, but I've been writing out, like she said, Sarah Marble does. I've been doing that. So I've been writing out exactly who I'm reaching out to, who I'm following up with. You probably can't read it here, but I think I shared it on one of my posts. But I'm just planning out my week, and it's really been eye-opening. It's been helpful, but eye-opening. So, good. Oh, bad girl needs to get in bed. Okay. Anyway.
Thank you, Amy.
You're welcome. I'm excited, you guys. New month. So excited. Stephanie, congratulations for going gold. I'm so proud of you. That girl works so hard. I'm so proud of you, Stephanie.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, alrighty. Well, have a good night, everyone. And let me check this last quote. Oh, hi, Eden. Okay. Hi. All right. Well, have a good night, and I will post the new challenges for the week tomorrow morning. Okay. Daddy fell asleep. That's why she snuck out. Alrighty. Well, have a good night, everyone. Bye.
I